But we are on our way to stage 1 to set up on a really cool rock feature slab roller, super steep. I think it's gonna make for some really cool pictures. So we are on our way there, and it is a long trek, but it should be pretty fun. We got to climb. If you follow me on Instagram, and have for a while, I did it was a story or a reel or something last year when I was actually racing this event, and I called it Mount Everest, and it's pretty big. I rode up it a couple times yesterday. I was not able to climb it last year on the Slash, but on the e-bike now, it still takes a little work, but I got up it okay. Ooh, a little dusty. All right, this is Mount Everest. I'm pretty sure that this GoPro is doing no justice to how big and steep this hill is. But man, it is steep. I'm gonna try to get to this side. It looks a little less loose. Oh, almost. Oh, there's the hardest part. There will be a lot of people walking this today. We're gonna cut over to Cedar Slayer, aka stage 1. Stay loose on the bars, boys. Let the suspension do the work. There we go. Stage 1. All right, let's see here. It is 9:45. That means we've got about 15-20 minutes before the first wave. So let's cruise down this to the spot and show what's going on. All right. This stage is very chunky. It's loose, but it's got a surprising amount of grip, honestly. I'm gonna take the high line. It's a lot of fun. I'm obviously going way less than race speed because, well, you see, I'm not racing. I get a lot of questions, you know, from my friends and fellow riders and things like that of, you know, if I plan on racing again, and I would like to, but I really do enjoy the fact that, you know, I can take pictures, I still get to ride, and I have a lot of fun. It allows me to meet a lot of people, and stuff like that. So I don't know, is basically the answer I'm trying to get at here. Go down the side, and this is our spot. So we've got all this up behind me, but I don't know how well y'all can tell, but we've got this rock slab, a little bit of a drop, I guess you could call it. It's just more of the rock slab. It's obviously rollable. So I'm gonna get down there in that brush. I'm gonna shoot back up this way. So let's get down there. See, you can roll right there. It takes some commitment. And then I thought about shooting this here, but again, just a little rock roll drop into kind of a sketchy turn. But look at that. That just looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Especially once that sun comes up overhead. I'll get a little more light. And I got some natural framing with the trees and stuff. I think it's gonna be, I think the camera's gonna make it look a lot more dramatic than the GoPro does, especially because you'll see the rider body position and stuff. We are done with stage 1. We are going to head over to stage 6, which is a long trek that's mostly downhill, honestly. You get to ride down Mount Everest, which is super sketchy with how steep it is. So that ought to be interesting with a bunch of camera gear. Sorry, I'm breathing really hard. But there's a good reason for it. One, the hike up one with a really heavy e-bike, not fun. Now, somebody could tell me in the comments, but from what I have seen, one of the downsides of this Trek rail is I don't know that it has a walk mode. Like some of the e-bikes I've seen that, you know, will assist uphill. So you just end up hike-a-biking a really heavy bike. But the more important reason why I'm so out of breath is I'm fat and not nearly in as good a shape as I should be. I feel like the worst injuries I've ever had on a mountain bike have come from fire roads, because you get complacent and you're going having fun, and then you do something really stupid. And yeah, but hopefully that's not the case today. We'll just have fun. There we go. That's not so bad. It's fast. There we go. This place is amazing. Not only is it just some great trails, you know, especially if you like steep, gnarly stuff, which who doesn't? Just everything they offer. You can rent cabins or these like little apartment things. The place is really impressive. They've got a lot of amazing infrastructure out here. Some cool trails. So we're gonna go over here. This is the end of stage 6. See, I told you it's a lot easier to get to for me. So we're gonna kind of ride up it. I'd like to shoot, there's a ton of jumps and stuff, and I'd honestly like to shoot them. But one of the other photographers, Mr. Keith Smathers, absolute legend, he's probably gonna come down here and shoot when he is done with the stage he's currently on. So we're gonna be nice and let him have it. And we're gonna work our way up a little. What's that? Oh, another day playing with bikes. Riding stages backwards. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all she wrote for stage 6 and day 1 of the Hill County Eagle Enduro. It's a long name, Dustin. Can't we just call it the Merca Enduro? But it is time for me to head back to camp, get some food, and go start working on editing on these pictures. So let's go for a little ride. Oh, see, that's how you finish a race. All right. Normally I don't get to go to the riders meeting anymore because I'm going out to the first stage, but since I'm doing, you know, the middle of the 5 stages today, I thought I'd go in there and say hi, wish people some good luck. Shot a little video. So now we're off to stage 9. This is the bottom of the Mount Everest climb. Stage 9 dumps right here, and then it actually goes all the way down this fire road and then goes back off into the woods over here on the left for a ways. It's a fairly long stage. The top is the most technical, difficult part. It's got the big A-B split with the rock roll drop. We're actually going to go up the stage rather than going all the way to the top and coming down to the spot. I think the GoPro effect coming down is not going to really show much. So I'd rather come up this section and y'all can kind of see some of the elevation and how chunky this thing gets as we make our way to the spot. So, yep. This top section is definitely the more difficult of this stage. Once you get over here where it dumps out onto the road, it becomes real fast. It's still chunky because this is basically a rock breeding ground or a rock farm, but it's a lot more flowy and it gets a little loose in places, but it's honestly really fun. We might actually ride down that section on the way out just because it is fun. So here we go. You can kind of see this is, you know, the chunky section here. Hopefully the GoPro effect isn't too bad, but I mean, it's pretty steep. It's really gnarly. You got rock rolls, rock drops, loose. There's a little bit of buildup on the trail and stuff where people will be able to kind of sink those tires in and rail some of these turns and stuff. Kind of see one of the lines into this section I just climbed. But let's hike it. Let's hike it. The spot we're going to shoot is not too far up here. In fact, I can see it already. Let's hike on up. I got the bike and everything set up over out of the way. Yeah, this is, I mean, you can see just how loose all this is. It's pretty incredible. So here's the big split. Let's get up a little better. So this is the A-line coming off this ledge. And a lot of times what you'll see people do is they'll kind of just roll right through here, right? I don't anticipate seeing anybody come off this left side, just because if they do, it'd be awesome, but you're gonna have to launch this left side and almost clear this route to make it effective, and then you're just gonna have so much speed coming into down here. But you can see the line through there. So my guess is you may have some people launch and kind of use this rock as a landing, but I know the way I like to hit it, I like to just roll down this. And then you've got the B-line, and the B-line, I mean, you got to roll through all this too. So it's essentially the same on the A or the B, except the A, you know, you've got another about 4 feet of roll happening. And less ability to control speed. So, because, I mean, this stuff's fairly grippy. You can use your brakes a little, but it is a race. So, anyways, I think it's gonna make for some great pictures. I've got the sun at my back, which is super nice. So it's gonna be shining on the riders. I'm gonna have great light. And that means I can run that shutter speed up nice and high, the ISO nice and low. I'm running at about f2.8 on the aperture. So I don't know if I've mentioned it. I'm running a Canon EOS R6, and all day yesterday I shot with my Canon 70-200 at 2.8, and I'm really proud of the shots yesterday. I did the editing, so I'm going to do that too here today. because I can sit down here, maybe right there at that tree, and I can shoot real long, which is nice because if you're familiar with photography, you know, I think I can get some really good separation, that nice bokeh, that blur of the background to really make those riders pop, create some nice depth of field there. So anyways, I'm going to get the camera ready, and I'm going to try to find a good place to put the GoPro. I did some camera mounted shots yesterday. I don't think I'm going to do that here today. I may actually put the GoPro on this tree. I want to get some of the action as up close and possible, just so y'all can see what's going on. Because this is gnarly. It's pretty cool though. All right, we are done shooting stage 9. So now we're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna ride down it ourselves. Can't promise you race pace, but we're gonna have fun with it. Just like that. And pump through there, there. And you come down this, and this is where the stage gets real pedally. You just come down this fire road forever, nice and fast. There you go. That. Loose. There we go. This is a pretty long stage. Top section, super chunky and crazy. Bottom section more flowy. Took a really bad line right there. Really bad line. I almost washed really hard. But managed to save it. And that's why I'm not going full speed. I come out through here, drop that. Loose turn. More loose to take us foot plant turn there. Then you come back. And here's another one. Oh. Forgot how long this stage was. And there's the finish, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that.